Our first stop is in my hometown of San Diego, where we will meet a young dynamo by the name of Nekoda Bragg. This ESD and Top Performers Council member is one of Excel's top money earners. He has nicknamed his organization The Dynasty. Here's Executive Senior Director Nekoda Bragg.
Before I actually started working with Excel Communications, I was movie talent, which means I was basically a janitor that just got to pop popcorn, and I was also a maintenance man on video games. I also had a full-time job. Those were my two part-time jobs. I had a full-time job at Neiman Marcus here in Fashion Valley in San Diego, and I was pretty much working about 70 hours a week at the time. 70 hours a week was like torture, because looking back, I didn't have any life whatsoever. Something wasn't right about that. Doing that for 40 years didn't really excite me. I actually was introduced to this opportunity first at a movie theater. It was funny because I had a popcorn that was pretty stale and pretty hard. And, I'm coming out to exchange this popcorn, and, that was the beginning to a very great start in life for me, because I was approached for the first time ever about an opportunity to look at some residual income. And instantly, the word residual income clicked like a light bulb in my head. And I was so excited because my professor told me most of the millionaires on this planet made their millions through residual income. I come from a very humble background. My parents sacrificed some things in life to make sure my brothers, sisters, and I had a pretty decent, upbringing. So I went to a Christian school for 7 years of my early school life, and it was a private school, and there was a lot of different variety of people at that school. Well, we're headed over here to Southwestern Christian School. This is a school that my parents worked extremely hard to, send me through. These walls, my father actually built these walls to pay for some of my school tuition. I feel that most people aren't, fortunate enough or blessed to where they could actually attend a Christian school. We might not live in the nicest house, and we might not live in the nicest neighborhoods, but we were at one, what I feel one of the nicest schools in this entire community. There's a lot of different reasons why I got involved. Just that inner motivation just to do better in life and, have nicer things. I always liked nice things my whole life, no matter, where I was raised and what environment. But the beauty of Excel is whatever you really want to make, you can ultimately make. You determine your success in this business, not your upline and not your downline. It's totally you. And I looked at that when I first got involved, and that kind of motivated me as well as to go out there and try and create some good income. I think of free time in this business is time to just relax and hang out with your team, go to the movies with your mom. I usually fly in if I'm out of town, pick her up, go to the movies with my mom, and it feels good to know that I can just do that. You know what I mean? Anytime I want to, because of what I put into this company 3 years ago. So, when I escape, I try and, when I say the word escape, I mean just hang out with my mom, just relax, those things that, I look forward to most of my life. And, when I was doing those things as a kid, it felt good. But now it's like, we watch every movie that's out, and I can't even explain it. It's fun time. It's time to go out and shop for. I actually have upstairs a receipt because I just ordered a 360 Medina Ferrari. Going out, buying nice cars, with my downline, picking them up, going look at Lamborghinis. Murcielago. This is what this is about. When your door goes up instead of out, you're definitely doing something right. As you guys can see in the garage, you know, I have a $130,000 Mercedes-Benz. You know, this past weekend, we had a party here at my home for Super Bowl. But 2 days prior, we were downtown. You know, people were just coming up to us, running up to the car, shaking our hands, asking us our names. They're thinking we're going to say some type of ball player or something. That's fun time. You know, people were asking me what I do, and of course I'm going to say, give me your name and number, and I'll tell you one day on a personal level. You know, getting, you know, a couple of names and numbers, you know, booking future appointments to, you know, to show them the opportunity. But I love hanging out with my team, just doing it on a different level. When I say different level, you know, before we would, you know, try and scrape enough money to go hang out at the movie theater or something like that. Now it's like, you know, I call them up and say, hey, Lionel, hey, Maggie, let's go out to Las Vegas. Let's do something in Las Vegas, Bernie, for the weekend. You know, I want to have a meeting and, you know, just talk about some things, what's going on in your guys' area. How could you not have fun doing that? I mean, even if it is strictly business, but it's strictly fun. And those are the things that I love getting involved with, you know, and my leadership. And, I mean, you can't replace that. Where else can you do that? You feel like a CEO. You know, people call you and they're asking you, well, what are you going to do for the weekend? Well, I'm going to fly to Vegas, and then I'm going to fly to San Francisco for a regional conference. You know, I'm 24 years old. I never in my life thought I would be saying something like that. And then they're asking me, well, what are you going to do after regional conference? I'm going to fly back down to San Diego. You know, so those are fun, exciting things that, you know, I don't think I can get anywhere else. So it's just overall excitement, you know, just hanging out and just doing the things that, you know, not the ordinary corporate American can actually do. The name for my group is the Dynasty. In the dictionary, I believe it stands for a succession of leaders all in the same family. Why? Because I do feel that every person in Excel, I feel that we're all, you know, the leaders of our own organizations, and we're all, you know, have our own certain leadership skills. Where we're going to become successful, I truly believe each person, no matter where they're at in your organization, is their own leader. So that the name reflects the leadership, and it also has that you know, tie, you know, to a family. I like to use most of my road to local to throw an incentive trip, you know, once a month or once every other month, or, you know, once every quarter at least. Some type of incentive trip to some major vacation, you know, cover, you know, for the people who want the trip in my organization, cover, you know, their gas, airfare, whatnot, whatever it takes to get there, plus all their expenses once they get there. And I, you know, I'll throw various promotions here and there to help motivate the team to reach goals and reach those levels, because I personally feel that, you know, if somebody has something to work for or work towards with a deadline, that's a lot stronger than just saying, go build your business. You know, there's going to be an incentive trip going to Universal Studios and Magic Mountain, little trip that I'm thinking about putting on within the next 30 days, you know, or Vegas. So, you know, those type of things are really exciting, and that's what it's about. This business is so fun, and it's, you know, it's such a warm market base. I'm trying to become friends with my entire organization, and just I like to hang out, and in hanging out, you have to make money in this business. I personally believe this business is not for everybody. I personally believe that this business is for people who like nice things, people who like a little bit more than traditional corporate America lifestyle. This business is for people who actually want to retire early. You know, I could walk away with a six-figure income like myself 3 years after being involved with this business if you really put your heart in it. Somebody told me a long time ago, there's 3 types of people in this world. The people that make things happen, and there's people that watch things happen, and there's people that say, what the hell just happened? And I knew I wasn't going to be any of the last 2. So, you know, I got involved, and, you know, I just ran with it. And it's just such a phenomenal opportunity. If you really put your heart into it, and you really are determined for success, if you really set your mind on straight determination, you're the only reason why you would ever fail in this business. Nobody else. Upline, sideline, downline, no other reason but you. If you guys are looking at this and you guys are borderline and getting involved with the business, I mean, oh my God, isn't it just so simple? You know, I feel so blessed that God has, you know, shown me this opportunity to even get involved with a company like this. This business isn't for everyone, but you have to be the one to decide, is this business actually for you? Are you in or are you out?